Welcome back to Outside Rusted Junk Garage. Well, today we're out on the back patio and we're going to do a little bit of maintenance on our Mason Bee house. Is what we're going to do. We got a couple houses here. There's one more over there. This year we didn't have very good luck with our Mason Bee hatch. So we're going to clean these out and hopefully we'll have a little better luck maybe with some transplants. When we first put these out a couple years ago, uh, we bought these things and some mason bees, but here's kind of what we're looking at inside. You can see how they put in 2, 4, 6, 8 eggs, but none of these eggs, something must have got in there and got after them, but they didn't hatch this year. So we're looking at these and the same type of thing here. They lay an egg, they pack it with mud, they put in whatever they gather, the pollen to feed it, and it turns to a cocoon, and then they hatch. So anyway, we're going to take all these apart here. Lights or something moving around in here. So we did have an issue that needs to be addressed. So anyway, got some screwdrivers, a little brush, stuff like that. And I'm going to clean these out here, and then we'll probably take them in and scrub them underneath the faucet to get rid of all these mites. And we'll tape them back up and put them back up on there. Okay, we've got all our bee houses cleaned out, so we're going to take them into the wash sink and scrub these up and let them dry, put them back together, and hopefully we'll have some new inhabitants. We'll find out. All right, we're going to put in some warm soapy water into the wash basin here, and I think we'll just use Dawn. That's good for everything. Shouldn't hurt pretty easily. Kind of got a little, maybe some bug killing to it. So we'll mix some of this up, get these in here and scrubbed up. See how we do here. Here's kind of the home. They obviously come into there and lay their eggs, and lay dormant all winter and feed on the nutrients they put in there, and then they hatch out. Usually I thought it was about 5 eggs, 2 males and 3 females, something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but we're going to clean these up and get this done. We're just going to use a small, soft nail brush and just brush these good. We don't want those mites. I hear they're called pollen mites, and I think is what they're called. I'm not 100% sure. That's what we'll call them. We'll get those out of there. Hopefully, you can maybe get a couple healthy ones that want to take up the new residence, because we got a lot of flowers, and this is the time the masons are out. In fact, it might be too late. I don't know. It's the 2nd of May today, and we're somewhere around 70 degrees, and these don't fly till it's in the 60s somewhere, I believe. So, but we are going to cool down here the next couple of days. So I'll set those up there, and we'll do a final rinse on them later. Here's some other ones. Let's see how this works out, but what I saw in there, and you saw too, it didn't look healthy. And then actually I did see live mites. Douse bees and ants with a solution of Dawn. So hopefully there is some mites or some eggs that'll get them. We'll find out. We'll give them a decent visual inspection. Make sure everything is okay. This should be the final one here. They seem to be cleaning up real good. And I didn't make these. This Mason bee guy, when we went and bought some larvae, he was kind enough to sell us these real cheap. God, they were like $3-4 for a stack of 5 of them or something like that. Christ's sakes, you can't even go to Home Depot or buy one of them manufactured houses for that kind of money. So anyway, we're going to rinse all these off, and then we'll see how they look. Okay, they're all washed, stacked up there to dry. Looks like we got quite a few of them. So we'll let them dry, and tomorrow we'll put them all back together for you. Okay. There's how they're rinsed out, how they look. A little different color, black, but it's some type of finish on there. They seem to be clean from any mites or foreign matter. I was out there with the other hive that I had cleaned already, and I got 3 or 4 mason bees coming back to that. So I decided to come out here with the hair dryer and kind of dry these and get these back together with the new. I cut out some new cardboard backing to block the backs off, because these are bored all the way through, and get these back out there in case we have a few more coming back. So that's what I'm going to try to do right now. So I'll show you what they look like when I start putting them back together. This is real hot air coming out of the dryer here, and if there was a mite egg left, I think the heat may help kill it. I don't know how hot it is. I'll tell you, it'll burn your hands if you hold it there. So I'd say these are pretty darn dry. So I'm going to start the assembly process, get my electrical tape out here. We'll get these things put back together and back out there so the bees can come and do what bees do and make our vegetable garden grow. Bee house snugged up in the vise there, and got our cardboard backing plate fit on there. Seems to work pretty darn good. So I think we're going to secure that to it, and then we'll wrap around that way to secure the beehives together. This is some, I guess it's 3/4 inch electrical tape. I'm not sure. I found it in the cupboard there. It's a brand new roll. Came out of a real old box, but should be good. The front, like I said, these holes are bored all the way through, so you kind of want to block off the back side of them. I think that's kind of what this was on here for, so we're going to continue with that. Longer on this one. These do sit up in a kind of in an undercover type little structure thing, so I'll show you that. Okay, so I think we're going to do the one band starting around there, and it should lock the sides in. I think it'll work pretty darn good. Let's get a little bit out here. Okay, right about there. Around that side. Let's get these tabs down here. Coming right around there. You had the back flush. They're a little bit different lengths there, but that doesn't make any difference to the bees. Well, at least it doesn't to me, so maybe the bees don't like it, but they'll have to learn to adjust. All right. Oops. It's sticky tape, but sometimes not quite as sticky till you get around it again. And these aren't 100% super dry, but they're going to be good enough. Hopefully, some bees come. Let me pull that out of there and show you. Okay. Sealed off on the back. Here's where they come on in there. They do their egg stuff in there, then they die, and the next ones come out in the spring. Easterly direction. So when the sun comes up in the morning, it warms these up. So they're kind of heat activated, I believe. So when they get warm, they come on out and they do what they need to do. But I'm hoping I can see one come here so you get an opportunity to see one. But I'll hold on a second, see if I can capture one. Oh, he just left. He came out of that hole right there. They're so darn quick when they leave. It was hard. I couldn't get the camera turned on. There's one coming up on the third row there. Right up there. I saw his head, so maybe he's going to come out of there. He's busy in there, so darn. Okay, well, they're coming. We'll keep an eye on this. Hopefully, this did the trick. We got rid of the mites and got some clean bee house for them, and they do good. Thanks for joining us outside Rusted Junk Garage. Ah, here comes one right there. All right. Outside Rusted Junk Garage, interrupted by the arrival of the bee, and I think that one's got a video. So very good. Thanks for joining us. Looks like a success. And like I said before, I'm not by any means a bee expert. And here comes another one back too. There you go. Thanks for joining us.